Welcome to CSM Talk, the CSM podcast that focuses on two fundamental aspects of customer success: value to the customer and value to your organization. Today on Rule 40 Success, I'll be asking my guests to focus on a particular area of the Rule 40: new logo acquisition, upsell and expansion, churn or profitability, and give their point of view on how they would partner with customer success to drive aspects of the Rule of 40 and how this delivers customer value. Okay, got it? Good. Let's CSM talk. Welcome to CSM Talk Rule of 40, and great pleasure to always have great guests on here. And today I have Anita Toth. So before I carry on anymore, Anita, please introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name's Anita Toth. I am the Chief Churn Crusher at ATI, and we are a customer retention, research strategy, and education company. And we work primarily with customer success leaders who are looking to improve their customer retention.
Fantastic. So before we carry on, I'm going to do the icebreaker question. I do this every time. I say this every time, but I should have some big board like behind me where I write people's names and what word they've put up there, so you get to understand what it is. So in one word, so that's one word, not 5 words, 10 words, or even 0 words, but in one word, sum up customer success.
Okay, so this was really harder than I thought it was going to be, but I think it lends really nicely to the conversation we're going to have. Insights. Okay.
That's
cool. It. That's my one word. And then through this conversation, you'll see why. All
right. Excellent. So for those people who haven't or not familiar with the Rule of 40 podcast, the idea is that, so Anita, what we're going to do is you're going to single out one aspect of the Rule of 40. So that being new business ARR, it'll be expansion ARR and upsell, churn, or profitability. Okay. So focus on one of those. Then we're going to talk about who you're going to partner with, and what kind of processes and cadence you might put in place to partner, what good looks like, and then some top tips to end with that. So without further ado, Anita, which area of the Rule of 40 would you like us to discuss today?
Well, I think if my name is Chief Churn Crusher, or my title is Chief Churn Crusher, it's going to be churn.
Got it. Right. Clues in the name always is. Always listen to people's names. That's what the clue is. So, okay, cool. Churn. So we're going to focus in on churn. So customer success, when they're trying to affect areas of the Rule of 40, partner with other departments. So what focus department do we want to discuss today on who customer success can partner with to address churn?
Right. So like customer success, churn, they're at the end of a process. And typically we know products involved, but there's 2 other teams that are upstream on the pre-sale side, and that's sales and marketing. Now, I've seen a lot of discussion about customer success partnering with sales. I would say that actually, if you want to reduce churn, where you should focus is right at the very beginning with marketing.
All right. That's interesting. So you're absolutely right. This is really interesting because we've had lots and lots of discussions on how people, partner with CS partners with product, CS partner with sales. But it's not been discussed a lot on CS partner with marketing. So this is great. So as a CS leader, I'd go, great, let's partner with marketing. But how do I get airtime with marketing? I go, hey, marketing, I want to partner with you to address churn. And they go, sure, I'm dealing with MQL's generation. Let's talk in 6 months. What is in it for, for all the people in customer success out there who want to go to marketing and partner with them? What do we take to them that we can help them with? What is it that matters to marketing that we can go, that matters to you? I've got something that can help with that. Let's talk.
Right. So one of the biggest metrics that marketers deal with is CAC, customer acquisition costs. And at one time when SaaS was coming up, and it was really Facebook that drove this, it was suddenly a brand new channel where I owned a Facebook ad agency back in the day. It was like shooting fish in a barrel. It cost you nothing to get leads. It was ridiculously cheap, but there really aren't new marketing channels like that. So what's happened? Customer acquisition costs have gone up. We've got more competition for that limited ad space. And so it's one of the key metrics that they're always looking to reduce. So if you can go to your CMO or director or head of marketing and say, hey, I might have a way where I can help you reduce CAC. Would you be interested in this? And you definitely will, you'll pique their curiosity.
They'll turn up to the call.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because this is, again, it's one of the biggest metrics that they struggle to reduce, just because of, again, all the competition that's out there, and there's limited channels or new channels where they can go and get leads for really cheap.
Okay, cool. So, all right. So I've gone to my my head of marketing and said, look, I've got ways in which I can reduce customer acquisition cost for you. In return, that's going to help me reduce churn. Let's talk about how we can put a partnership in place and collaborate. So what does that look like?
Yeah. So what we did is, for our clients, we created a 5-step, we call it customer goldmine framework. Before I discuss what the framework is, I just want to say, and this is where my one word describing customer insights, there's something that customer success has that no other team or function has such in-depth knowledge of, and that is customer insights. What the customers want, what they need, what their goals are, and more importantly, what's changing. Like, they're on the front end of hearing this. Yes, support hears this too, but support only gets a slice of it, right? When there's problems, when there's challenges. But for customer success, you're getting the full picture because of your strong relationships with customers. Mm-hmm. Well, that's insights that you can then take and, like I said, go to marketing and say, hey, this is what we're finding. And can we create some sort of database? And we just call it like customer insights database. You can call it something else, where this information is shared with marketing. So by doing that, now marketing is getting real-time insights that customer success is feeding them about the different customer segments, what's changing, what's working, what the expectations are, like all of that stuff that then marketing doesn't have to go out and pay money to get. They don't have to do that type of market research. Is two things. One is researching the actual market, the competitive landscape. But the other side is actually speaking with prospective customers to try to figure out why they would be interested in the product. So customer success is sitting on this gold mine, and you want to make this, link between customer success and marketing. That database is the way to do it. If marketing can attract better fit prospects who then become better fit customers, well, we know where this equation goes. You end up reducing churn, because those customers are going to stay longer and buy more.
Which is very, very interesting. So refining, you're saying that where customer success can help is refining of the ICP, essentially, with real data and real insights of how this is actually working. Go back to marketing, help refine the ICP, maybe recalibrate it so that they are hitting target customers that work very well, staying away from the ones that don't work so well. That's lowering the cost of acquisition. What it's also doing is it's making it a better fit, means that there's less likelihood of churn on the other side.
Yeah.
And in fact, this brings you to another point, because there's another podcast coming up with a great guy called Greg Danes, from Churn RX. And by far and away, the biggest area of churn that has contributed overall is early churn, early stage churn.
Yeah.
So this kind of plays very well into it of, getting things right up front, refining things up right, getting the right customers up front so that we don't have problems down the line.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you've got it. And
right.
I just wanted to say quickly that as you're going to your head of marketing or CMO director, whoever is in that title, the other thing you want to do is learn a little bit more about what their current challenges are. So CAC is one, but what else is there that this gold mine of data insights you're sitting on can help them with? And if you need to, ask around, so maybe some of the people that they work with to get this intel, then that's great. Or you can ask them directly. But really what you want to do is get as many key points as you can, tie it to the insights you currently have, to then propose some sort of, we just call it a database, but it's a transfer of data in real time so that marketing is always up to date and can see which customer segments are, staying the longest, which customer segments. The point is that what they can do is lower their CAC, because now they're not just going out blindly, essentially, and testing different things in the market. That's why marketing is such a great tie, is because they are open to testing. They're open to trying new things. That's what marketing is. Like 80% of what marketing does initially when it goes out fails. So they're much more willing to try. That is another reason why I suggest going to marketing versus sales as the first point in trying to reduce churn.
Okay, cool. So you've got a proposition, you've got them interested in something. What kind of plan did you put together with marketing to actually structure something that we can work on, we can measure, we can come back and review? So what does that look like?
So with anything like this, always start small. You can always add complexity later. So we propose a database. Again, it can just be through spreadsheets. It can be very simple, looking at, again, metrics that are important to marketing. So they want to see which customer segments are staying stay the longest. They churn the least. Through that, then you can start adding in other things, like what are the goals of those particular customers versus other ones. During onboarding, you get to hear what their expectations were. What are they looking to achieve? Like all of those things you can take to marketing and say, hey, this is what we've discovered for our best fit customers. They can then take that information and go out and test it in the market and see how many more of those types of customers they can obtain. So just keep it simple. Maybe 6 different things that you're tracking. And like I said, spreadsheets, Google Sheets, doesn't matter. Just someplace that's really easy to access. And then over time, you can add more data points and more complexity to it. But just start small.
So maybe start something high level, which goes,
yeah,
I have a cohort of customers who are the ones that show the least amount of churn in a particular kind of either geo or vertical. So I've got something for you to sort of hone in on. Let's say we've got 3 verticals. I've got automotive. They're the ones that seem to be, they last the longest, they churn the least. I've got great stats in here for what they look like. If your marketer goes, great, that's fine. Now, what does that look like? So you might break down some attributes of that, 70% of them have confirmed success plans with metrics on them. Okay, great. Well, what does that look like? And then maybe dig in a little level deeper to go, well, those business plans are all about removing cost. Oh, great. Now I've got a message. Right. So what are those initiatives that look like beneath that? Well, what we've done is these things. So you've all of a sudden got at a high level going, these are the customers that see the best value out of us in terms of removing costs out of our business in the automotive industry. And these are the kind of things our capabilities do to actually get them that value. And here's our stats. So maybe that kind of insight is something you're help with the data you've got, helping refine a message with some stats behind it and a how-to for marketing to take out there.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, if somebody came to me with a proposal like that, you'd at least want to have a further discussion with them about, hey, can we try this out for a few months and see if this works, right? And so really that's what you're doing. It, like, churn, especially from the position of customer success, is very hard to deal with, particularly if a lot of the influence of churn is coming pre-sale. This is really the only thing you can do is try to help your marketing team in particular, in this case, to get better metrics so that it ends up coming downstream to customer success. And then you end up getting better metrics. There's really no other way around this. But to create something like that is a very powerful proposal.
To help build the picture of what a non-churning customer looks like, give it to marketing, get them to bring in, MQLs of this ICP of a customer that's not likely to churn. Sales will go get it, and then hopefully you get handed over a customer which shows the least amount of churn in all your cohorts.
Yay!
That's great. Well, I'm on board.
I find that like totally exciting. Like, honestly, like, yes, that is it. And then over time, then you take it to the next step and do that same process, but now with customers that churned very early. Because do you know what I mean? And you just start building in that complexity. So then marketing knows, oh, wow, we've got this big cohort of people who churned really early, let's say in the first 30 days or 60 days. And then, what is different about them from that best fit or, the first segment that you looked at, because there's going to be obvious differences between the two. Okay, well, we now know, and marketing can go back. They can look at their campaigns and go, oh, wow, we ran a campaign on this, and boom, this is why we got a whole bunch of these customers who ended up churning early.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what does what might so we've got the proposition, we've got an idea of how customer success can help build a message for marketing to go test in the market. Have you got any thoughts on how that can be tracked and measured in terms of, hey, Anita, I've come to you with a proposition. It's about auto. It's about these customers that don't churn so much. It's about the fact that they've got the most confirmed success plans with ROI on it. And here's the common theme around why they're seeing that ROI. I've got that proposition for you. You go test it. What's a good way of us being able to track whether that insight I've given you is landing? That insight I've given you is bringing through better quality sales. What are your thoughts on that?
Are you thinking for marketing or for customer success, or
for marketing? So I want to know. I want to know basically, has this message I've given to you, the output we want is customers within that kind of profile, right? So is there anything like marketing qualified leads, or do we test that segment in terms of what opportunities are generated, what sales are closed? What kind of thing, would be sensible in that kind of partnership between customer success and marketing?
Right. I think one of the things about CAC is that it's calculated on channels. So marketing can go out and rather than just look at CAC overall, they can go out with specific messaging, let's say based on the insights that were shared, and run tests on campaigns in certain channels and see, like you said, so their MQLs go up, but also is the cost per acquisition lower in those campaigns than in previous campaigns when they didn't have that really dialed in ICP.
Got it.
So that's going to be a very early indicator that this system works.
Got it. So you can almost like A/B test, right? Of here's my same chat, here's my channel, but like 50% of what my outreach I'm doing on here is the refined customer success messaging, 50% is not. And then let's look at what comes back and let's see what acquisition rates I get, and so forth, right?
Okay. Yeah, you've got it exactly. And that's what they do, right? Like they never just release one campaign. There's always A/B testing throughout to see which messaging, which offer lands. And so this is a great way to do that. Hey, previously, this is the ICP we used in this channel. These are the campaigns we ran. Hey, we've got all this new customer insights data that we can use. Let's run similar campaigns and see what's the outcome and on those various metrics like MQLs and CAC, just in that particular instance.
Cool. Okay. So we got quite a good plan here going at the moment, I think.
I think so. I think so.
Like we got the proposition, we've got the insights from customer success, which we can take to marketing and says, I've got a way in which I've got real data on what your ICP looks like, and why it will resonate with them. They've now got a way of being able to measure how successful that messaging is by doing A/B testing. What else looks like a good, healthy partnership? What might be your top 3 tips of working with marketing and CS to create this healthy partnership?
I think, as with anything, when you're going to propose something that really you're looking to affect the impact it's going to have on you, right? So you're looking to reduce churn. It's find out what is the particular passion, drivers, motivations for the person that you're looking to partner with. So if that's your head of marketing, director, CMO, whoever that is, you've got to find out specifically for them. Then in the beginning, at least, tailor everything to support those things that are most important to them. So those are 2 tips that I would say. Over time, you're going to see that trickle down effect, and then once there's proof, you can then start adding in things that you would like to see that would benefit you more. So really that's it. Number 1, find out what really drives them, what they're compensated on, what their passions are, their pain points. Second, tailor the data that you're going to offer to those. So in other words, help them achieve success. And then the third thing is you have to be patient. And once you've achieved some success, then you can go and ask for specific things, but that perhaps you would like to see marketing do that affects the types of customers that customer success ends up working with.
Cool. Excellent. This has been so much fun. We haven't had a customer success and marketing kind of collaboration yet on this, so you've been the first. So thank you very much for that. Anita, if people want to find you, is LinkedIn the best place to do that?
Yeah, it's my second favorite place to hang out online besides Netflix, and I seriously mean that. LinkedIn, place to find me. Feel free to connect or DM me over there. And then the second place is our website. So we have a lot of resources over there. Workshops, there's education, whatever, blogs, downloads, all sorts of stuff. And it's really simple, ATI.AC. And the AC, we like to say, stands for all your customers, because that's who we're going to help you retain.
Excellent. I like it. Very marketing.
You've got it. That's exactly what that is.
Cool. Well, for the purposes of people listening to the podcast or watching it on YouTube, I'll have this all in the description anyway. So we'll have your LinkedIn, website, company page and things. But for now, Anita, it's been wonderful. It's always a joy to talk to you. Thank you very much for being on CSM Talk.
Oh, you're welcome. And actually, before we sign off, Kevin, I just want to say one thing. These points that I went over, I actually have a download that you can put in the show notes as well, that they can just click on and access. No need for email or anything like that. None of our content's gated. So if you want to kind of refer back to some of the things that we talked about, it's in that download.
Perfect. That'd be amazing. All right. Thank you very much. This won't be the last we talk. We talk quite often. We do a lot of giggling. It's great. So, Anita, thank you very much for being on CSM Talk.
Oh, you're welcome. This was a lot of fun. See ya.